collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your romantic soulmate contract read, a timeless read, doing this in January 2022. Happy New Year. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, now on Patreon, HTML, whatever. Link in the description box. The Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hi. Hey, my Saggies, my Sagittarius asses. It's so good to be back doing the soulmate reads. I have to do the waxing and waning reads. It's like a witch imperative for me to do that for some reason. 5-card draws, finished those up for this past full to new. Happy blessed new moon, happy new year, all of that. But it's really good to get back to these as well, because those are my two favorites, the 5-card draws and the soul contract reads. So if you are familiar with my work, great. If not, my definition of twin flame and soulmate are a little bit different. They're both soul contracts. There are links in the description box. All sorts of information down there should you choose to explore it. But it is a contract read. Party number 1, party number 2, and a center lane. And there will be an extended for this one on VIMEO.com, as well as you could join on Patreon. All levels get the extended readings, past, present, and future. Other than that, it is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You might find yourself being mirrored on both sides, for it is a soulmate, a romantic soulmate contract read. You have lots of soulmate contracts. They're not all romantic. Essentially, you help each other heal, whether you are together or not, or have even met or not. That's just how the quantum entanglement of it works. That's why when you finally do meet, you realize you have so much in common in terms of what you've healed in different ways, though, right? So let's get up in this gig. All the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box if you want to check them out. Give credit where credit is due. There's a link down there if you want to book me for a reading. Booking a reading with Mal. I'm not leaving my house. I'm not taking clients face to face, so I'm reading people all over the world. Have at it. Otherwise, I am psyched to do this read for you. Please take a nice deep breath. All right, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And let's get you some clarity, guidance, and grace on what I think is one of the more important forms of soul contracts, the romantic ones, because they're the hardest and they take the most personal growth to heal. So I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. I need 2 Caroline Mace archetype cards to signify, to clarify the 8th chakra dynamic for party number 1 and party number 2 in this Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract. I feel that. Here's party number 1 right in my hand. And give me party number 2. All right, in the extended, we will have a party number 3 in the center lane to show what chapter of the story these two are in. Let's see who you're dealing with. It's already in the title. Let's see how brave you are. Oh my God, the father and the wounded child. Oh no, this isn't about parental stuff, but of course, if we haven't healed absolutely everything in our parental relationships, we tend to, I'm not going to make a blanket statement and say all of them are, but we tend to work them out in our romantic sexual relationships. It's just, I know it sounds icky, but Sigmund Freud, white courtesy telephone, let's move on. The father archetype is a masculine family archetype. There are 9 different families. The masculine energy, this is one of them. But the wounded child is part of a larger conglomerate called the child archetype. It is a survival family archetype, and everybody has the child archetype. Not everybody has the wounded child archetype. So, like I said, a general read, everybody's got the child. So you could resonate with both sides here. And remember, this is about helping each other heal. And, you know, a soulmate contract for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, right? If it's for the rest of your life and it's wonderful, But this could very easily be for a reason, right? For purpose of healing here, some parental stuff. But maybe for season. You know, season can be 10 years. And then a lifetime. Yeah. So let me read you what's on the card. The shadow is the content to be healed. The light is what you're shooting for. The shadow attribute of the father, dictatorial control and abuse of authority. Was my dad for sure. The light attributes talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. And that's why this is not about bodily gender at all, right? Like I have a dominant mother archetype in my chart, right? Can't help it, born that way, right? So why not, right? Why does it matter that someone's the head of the tribe in that way? But positive guiding light within a tribal unit. And really, even if you just look at TVs and movies, it's been a while. I mean, we get a couple of positive father images here personally. Stanley Tucci in Easy A with Emma Stone is like, to me, the top. But, you know, tricky. But again, you have a father-child relationship here, contract, let's call it that. The shadow attribute of the wounded child blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resist moving on through forgiveness. So it's about forgiveness lessons, but the child archetype, regardless of sub-pattern, in this case the wounded child archetype, we're looking at the guardian of safety and innocence, because if that child feels safe, it's moving towards the gold, the light, right, in terms of alchemy, lead to gold in the archetype shadow to light. But also about responsibility. So there's a learning here about forgiveness, which we see again in the light attribute, awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children. Part of my gestalt, that's for damn sure. Opens the learning path of forgiveness. So if you can get that, oh, please, A Course in Miracles, it is one lesson that you have to generalize to everything, right? Forgiveness every day is a winding road, but you get a little bit closer. However, the love between a father and a child, in that, if you can take it out of the literal, right, that sort of, it can be very unconditional. And it's healthy. And particularly, let's say, because I only read for adults here, that this is an adult and they have a dominant mother archetype, and then, you know, it does what it does. Let's look. Okay, now we're going to really get down to it. On this side of the table, we're going to have Daughters of the Moon Tarot. On this side of the table, we're going to have the Mythic Tarot, Element Spread, 5 cards. Fire, Earth, Air, Water, Spirit. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, both feet on the floor. Please take a nice deep breath. I'm in. Let's see what this is about. Okay, as I call upon my goddesses of fire, the sign of Sagittarius, powers of the South, please, 5 cards, fire, earth, air, water, spirit, for this father archetype in this Sagittarian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying, soulmate contract in play, right? State of the contract. The father archetype, what's his element of fire, what he yearns for, what he burns for, his heart's desire. 2 of blades, 2 of swords, which is analysis. I mean, it literally says it right on the card. It's printed there. Analysis. It's the looking at it from all the different things. So probably wants time to do that. Element of earth, the fuel that feeds the fire to help them manifest their heart's desire, is the hurricane, the 5 of blades, the 5 of swords. Now, the safest place to be in a hurricane is in the eye, the E-Y-E, of the hurricane, the still point, right? So if that's assisting, right, because that's the element of earth, what they have to help them get that, is that there is a lot of changing of mind going on. I mean, every card is neutral in tarot, or at least a percentage scale of lead to gold, shadow to light. So, you know, we'll see how that plays out. But with an element of earth, this could be like a skill that they have. This is heart, third eye, crown, the what's going on inside of them. Mythic tarot is lower 3 chakras, outside stuff. What's their element of air? what they think about this contract to stoke the fire. All right. Capricorn. Now this is an internal card, like I said. If this person is a Capricorn or has that kind of placement that way, they could be thinking about them. But we're looking at the King of Pentacles here. In this, Pessoa, the buffalo woman, the crone of Pentacles. It is that Capricorn energy that slow and steady wins the race. That cardinal earth. We just had, at the time of this recording, this is a timeless read, had the new moon in Capricorn. Garbage is here. Hopefully it won't be too loud. No, this is going to be loud. I'll be right back. You have no idea how long that took. That it's right outside my window. It picks up the thing and shakes it over its head. It looked like an Autobot flagellating itself. It was funny. That's how I know I'm getting healthier. That used to drive me up a wall. Now it's just I laughed so hard. I think I'm actually going to keep the video and put that on a blooper reel at some point because that was fun. I laughed my ass off. Okay. So back to the Father and the name of the Father, right? So this Capricorn energy, certainly you could say that they are thinking about this long term, right? Maybe about their own lives long term, but it is about what they're thinking about the contract, whether you two have met or not. So there is this thing of want to formalize it, but also slow and steady wins the race, right? But with that new moon in Capricorn we just went through, it's very powerful for me. Highest potential, right? That's really 10th house dynamic, Capricorn. All right, my goddesses, that was a fun little break. Even got myself a bottle of water. It took like 5 minutes to shake that thing out. What's the element of water here? Leave the card in my hand, please, for the Father archetype in this. Well, now you got another Zodiac card, another court card here. Skadi, the Mother of Blades, 7th house Libra dynamic. That is the King of Swords. Now, Skadi is an ice giantess. It's in the Norse mythology there. So we're definitely got that Venusian thing here. So they are feeling the contract, I would say that. I mean, contracts, Libra, you just can't miss that. But we've also got two kings, essentially, if we translate it to traditional tarot. It's a feminist deck. So you know, this is serious. This is creative earth in the element of air, tricky, right? And creative air in the element of water, and that can absolutely say on this side that there is an emotional balancing going on here. Like, this feels good, and hence wanting to analyze it, right? But also having a lot go right. 3 air cards out of 4. Let's get the spirit card. Breathe. My goddesses, please. 1 card, the element of a spirit, the point of view and voice of the soul chosen to play the role in this soulmate contract. The Wheel of Fortune, the spider woman, the life weaver. This is a contract. We knew that. But what the soul is saying to the one with the Father archetype, remember it's not about gender, is that this is part of your destiny, but you might have to really take the journey slow and steady, but it's time, right? It's always a card of divine timing, the turning of the wheel, and the wheel turns. All right. Hopefully that's the last mechanical interruption we'll have, considering I'm doing an extended for this one. Oh, and I'm teaching tonight, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights. I teach on my Facebook page, Zoom events. It's a lot of fun, and now they're going to end up being podcasts, apparently, so let's roll with it. All right, child archetype. Remember, everybody's got the child archetype. Not everybody's got the wounded child, so please, tenderly, gently, with compassion, take a nice deep breath. Yeah, here we go. Using the Mythic Tarot, please, I call upon my gods of fire, the sign of Sagittarius, and the powers of the south, please. Fire, earth, air, water, spirit, for this wounded child archetype in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying, romantic soulmate contract with this person with the Father archetype. What's this wounded child's element of fire? What they yearn for, what they burn for, what their heart's desire. They got the Two of Flames. Now, like I said, Daughters of the Moon is the inside stuff. Mythic Tarot is the outside stuff. So you could say feminine and masculine if you want to do the mirroring work that way for yourself. But they're both in twos. This one is literally at a crossroads. A choice, maybe not a life-changing decision like the Lover's card, or at least that's what they want. They want resolution on this. And I would say these two are in the simpatico there, not just with twos in their fire position, but one being fire, one being air, complementary elements. What's going on there? The element of earth, the fuel to feed the fire and help them manifest that heart's desire. They've got the Six of Wands. So I'm going to say just with that right there, that the alchemy of lead to gold, shadow to light for this wounded child archetype, it's not like they don't know this stuff, right? It's like they have victory. They are accomplishing things. And remember, we're talking about adults here, right? So just to clarify, so this is somebody who's got some accomplishments and has that energy, that balance of fire. Sixes numerologically are usually about harmony and balance. Let's keep going. This is element of air, please, with this wounded child and a double whammy. And it's, of course, the only other major arcana card at the time on the table, the Wheel of Fortune. So this one is kind of getting it, kind of getting that. This is a scripted, woven thing. When I meet people romantically, and I'm not meeting anybody face to face unless they pass. Like, I need to see your medical papers. I just do. Sorry, not sorry, right? But to kind of get that, this is something. Let the fates weave what they will. I'm willing. I'm thinking about it, certainly. And with this victory, there's a momentum with this. It's not the Eight of Wands, but it is the Six. Let's see. What's the element of water here for this wounded child? All right, Eight of Pentacles. It's like, let me keep doing my work. This is somebody who has done the inner child work or something similar, right? The therapy, the healing, the counseling, what have you. And there's so many different forms. And really, it's all different approaches at the exact same thing, right? Healing is healing. So to do, and also can say that this is an emotional hard worker. Like, they put their heart into it, right? In this relationship, how they feel about it. And they probably get the sense that this is going to take some work. Yeah. So this feels like a very mature, golden, you could say, a light attributed wounded child. So let's see, card of spirit, please. Point of view of the soul chosen to play the role. The Hermit. There you go. There you go. The message is go within, pull back, do your thing, see what's going on here. Now remember, it is a romantic thing, so you might have to, if you're the wounded child on this side, to really pull back and see this from a higher place. Not isolate necessarily, because a wounded child can certainly do that in an unhealthy way, or a way not to its benefit. But to turn to the higher insights, right? The Hermit is always seen above, right? In this case, not so much, but it's the god Kronos, Saturn, yeah, the one who ate the baby Olympians. It's a long story, giving rise to the Titanomachy, which is a great name for a war if you're going to have one, I suppose. So this is taking time. This is doing the healing. This is really get clear that you're not this person's child. And also, I would say for the father archetype on this side, because you both have the Wheel of Fortune, we are really looking at something that is destined to be worked through reason, season, or lifetime. That's a general read. This is why I do private reads and I do this spread for people, and we can throw down. And I've got all sorts of different decks. And in the extended, we're going there. We got the Kuan Yin Oracle, right? The Archangel Michael deck, Lover's Oracle, Journey of Love, and we're going to flip the deck. So we'll get the lower three chakras here on this side, and we'll get the heart, third eye crown on this side. And it feels like it's going to be a rather dynamic center lane. But we're not done with this one. We've got the Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. We're just getting two. One for the dad and one for the wounded child. Please take a nice deep breath. Tingle, 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 as I call upon the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. I need 2 whispers of love for the father archetype and 1 for the wounded child in this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying, soulmate, contract, timeless, whenever they happen to be watching it. For the father, particularly, my eye goes right to that Wheel of Fortune. And for the child, please, what's the piece of information, inspiration, insight most needed? Good. Okay, I think you're going to like this. It's pretty easy-ish. For the father archetype, love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. I like that. I like that. Now, there is such a predominance of air on this side. There might be some belief stuff going on there, but who doesn't, right? But looking at dictatorial control and abuse of authority to the talent for creating and supporting life, and wait do you see what's on this side, positive guiding light within a tribal unit, and that can even be a circle of friends, a tribal unit. We have so many tribes we don't even realize we're part of. Because on this side, the wounded child has be supportive. So there is a supportive role here. Make a genuine effort to show you care. And honestly, the strength on this side is pretty formidable. This child ain't no kid, if you know what I'm saying. There's some healing going on here. I mean, again, the double whammy of the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like the kid, this one knows it, that there's definitely that mental cognizing of it. But maybe that's what that hermit thing is about, is that they've had to go it alone. Not the orphan archetype, although you can have more than one child archetype working at a time. Certainly they can work like a team, and they're all there to help you heal. But that's intense. And really, 8 of Pentacles in the element of water, it's like, this is going to take some emotional work, and I'm doing it. This feels really good, but this could then very well be, can we just make the decision and do this? I'm ready. Like, whatever we're going to do, but is willing to be supportive. Now, I wouldn't be Mark Angelo Lyons Mel for short if I didn't leave you with a healing mantra from the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck. Doesn't matter which side of you whether you're party number 1, party number 2, or maybe you're both. Because why not? It's all holographic. Boogie oogie oogie. Let's see what the Ascended Masters got to say. Breathe. I love that still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of Romantic Soulmate Contract Read, I'm sure a rather wild aspect of the law firm. The holiday parties must be intense. Please, just one card in clarity for this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract and process here with this father archetype and this wounded child archetype. What's the healing mantra? It doesn't matter who's using it, just that they use it. They at least take it into consideration. I would think with the amount of air on this side, it would be really good for the father archetype. What do you got for him to help heal this contract for the well-being of all? Grounding my energy, it is safe to be in my body. Totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. Because, you know, obviously, this is not the literal parent of this one, right? That's not what we're doing in these readings. But this one could very well be triggered by the father attributes here and is willing to cope. So the child archetype is all about safety. And remember, whoever this is also has a child archetype schemata. I do like working that word in when I can. Grounding my energy. It is safe to be in my body. When your energy is grounded, you are no longer wrestling with the pain of the past or chasing after potential future outcomes. You're grounded. You're here and now, obviously. You dare to demonstrate your very best attributes and qualities, no matter how you are perceived or received by others. And I kind of get that big time on this side with this this Six of Wands in the element of Earth with the wounded child. With your energy grounded, your mind can relax as your body becomes a more enjoyable environment to inhabit. It sounds lovely. This mantra is ideal for replacing compulsive thoughts, possibly on this side just because of the predominance of air. Well, and the Five of Blades with the 2, yeah. Releasing addictive behavior. Not seeing that screaming in this reading, but you do you. And finding stability. Stable, right? To create this stable tribal environment. It makes sense to me. Let me put it together for you in a quickie blessing. Let's see what flies out my mouth. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine to please bless the Sagittarian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, or perhaps the cross watcher with all that they need to help each other heal in this soulmate contract, that this father archetype really discovers their talent for creating and supporting life in this relationship as a positive guiding light within not just this relationship, but some other tribal way, and that this wounded child can really accentuate that compassion and that desire to help other wounded children, because there's nothing to say that this father archetype doesn't have that too. And opens the learning path of forgiveness for both of them. The father loving who they are divine and wonderful people, deserving all the wonderful thing this world has to offer, and for the child to be supportive of themselves, certainly I see that, but with this one as well, to make a genuine effort to show they care, knowing that by grounding their energy that it's safe to be in their bodies, not in the past, not in the future, but to take this as it comes with that Capricorn, slow and steady wins the race with the turning of the wheel, and even with the Hermit on the table saying, take it slow, take it wisely, stay connected. May they be blessed with that, because we need more healthy relationships like that, more happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying, soulmate contract relationships like that, because we've been working on these for lifetimes, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As I will it, so let it be done. So would it be. So it is. It's a good one. Tricky. I mean, really, seriously. Sigmund Freud, white courtesy telephone. But you know what? Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, unless it's in the mouth of a father. I don't know. I didn't say that. If you want to check out the extended link in the description box, or you can catch them all on Patreon. There's the deets up there. I hope you enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it. And if you like the reading, please like it. If you want more, subscribe to me or follow me elsewhere. I'm having a field day. Holidays are over. I'm back to work. I'm a Virgo. Let's do this. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of all of it, my beloveds. Farewell, and blessed be.